Dinar Daily, this is the moment many of you have anticipated. A potential shift on the horizon that could affect thousands of individuals across the United States, currently holding the Iraqi Dinar or the Vietnamese Dong. We are tracking significant reports suggesting a monumental change in how these foreign currencies could soon be handled within the domestic banking system. Picture this: the ability to approach your local bank, the very branch you use for your everyday finances, and complete an exchange of your dinar or dong for US dollars, executed seamlessly and professionally, just as you would any other international currency transaction. This is the core of the developments we are monitoring, a structured, verifiable process that, should it commence as described, would finally allow legitimate exchanges to take place at verified official rates. We are going to break down every facet of what this potential change entails, from the foundational mechanics of currency status to the exact steps you would need to follow at the teller's window, ensuring you are fully prepared for this critical potential event. The fundamental change hinges on a financial concept known as freely floating status within the global foreign exchange (forex) market. For a long time, the Iraqi Dinar (IQD) and the Vietnamese Dong (VND) have largely remained outside the purview of regular international currency trading, often subject to governmental controls and restrictions. When a currency achieves the status of being freely floating, it signifies that it can be openly and unrestricted by its originating government traded on the international forex market. This transformation is pivotal because, in its current state, many traditional banks are hesitant or outright refuse to deal with these specific currencies precisely because they lack this widely recognized, established market rate. Attaining freely floating status provides immediate, verifiable legitimacy, establishing that the currency possesses a real value recognized by global financial institutions. This legitimacy is the key that unlocks the door for your local bank to confidently and securely convert your foreign currency holdings into US dollars. Operating entirely within the legal framework of standard banking practices for every individual who has held these currencies. Understanding this technicality is perhaps the most critical takeaway. The recognition of the dinar or the dong on major forex markets provides an essential layer of security and confidence. It shifts the entire exchange landscape from relying on informal or potentially risky private channels to utilizing established, official banking structures. Once this official acceptance takes root, the exchange process itself becomes surprisingly straightforward and integrated into routine bank operations. You would not be required to seek out specialized institutions, private dealers, or unique hidden locations. Instead, the familiar branch where you manage your checking and savings accounts is anticipated to become the central point for these transactions. Treating your dinar and dong just like any other foreign note that is internationally recognized and verified should this process be initiated. The first physical step for any holder is remarkably simple: a visit to your trusted bank branch. Upon presenting your foreign currency to the bank teller, a necessary and standard security protocol will immediately begin. The bank will utilize a sophisticated currency verification apparatus, sometimes referred to by brand names like Delarue or similar advanced systems designed specifically to verify the authenticity of each note. This is a crucial, non-negotiable part of the banking procedure, serving as a dual safeguard. It protects the institution from handling counterfeit currency and, crucially, it ensures you, the holder, are receiving credit only for genuine bills. This meticulous process involves scanning each dinar or dong note, checking for a multitude of security features, including the watermarks, complex serial numbers, and holograms specific to both the Iraqi and Vietnamese notes. Only after this thorough, machine-driven verification is complete will the transaction be allowed to proceed to the valuation stage. The technology used in this verification phase is highly sophisticated and integral to maintaining the integrity of the financial system. For the dinar and dong, which have been subject to speculation and concern regarding counterfeiting, this step offers immense peace of mind. The machines are designed to be error-proof, providing an undeniable assurance that every single note you present is valid and legitimate. Without this robust authentication process, banks would simply not be able to offer a fair or secure exchange, leaving the door open to widespread risk. Knowing that this verification is a completely normal, transparent, and routine part of a legitimate banking operation is essential for holders to feel secure and confident as they approach their local branch with their currency. This isn't a complex negotiation. It is a standardized, protective measure designed to benefit everyone involved in the transaction. Once the total amount of verified, genuine currency has been counted and confirmed, the process moves to calculating its US dollar equivalent. This is handled using the same established methodology applied when, for example, a traveler converts US dollars to euros or Japanese yen before an overseas trip. The bank teller will access the current official exchange rate for the Iraqi Dinar or the Vietnamese Dong, which is constantly updated throughout the day, directly reflecting the trading activity on the global forex markets. To determine your final payout, the teller will multiply your verified total amount of foreign currency by this precise, real-time exchange rate. It is important to remember, as with all market-traded currencies, that this rate can fluctuate moment to moment, meaning the exact US dollar value you receive may vary slightly depending on the exact day and even the specific time you conduct the exchange. This entire process is designed for maximum transparency, ensuring you are fully informed of the determined dollar value before you make the final decision to proceed with the conversion. Following the calculation of the exchange value, the bank presents the holder with a clear and straightforward choice regarding the resulting US dollars. You will be asked if you wish to immediately deposit the newly converted funds directly into your existing bank account. This stage of the process grants you total control over the outcome. You are not obligated to complete the exchange. You have the complete freedom to either finalize the transaction and deposit the dollars or, if you prefer, simply walk out of the bank with your original dinar or dong holdings, perhaps choosing to wait for a different day or a potentially more favorable rate. It is a professional, transparent transaction with absolutely no hidden fees, unexpected charges, or special conditions designed to surprise you after the fact. This built-in flexibility is key, enabling holders to align the exchange with their personal financial strategies. Whether they choose to convert the entirety of their holdings or just a strategic portion, to provide a clear, mental picture of how straightforward this will be. Let's consider a hypothetical example involving the Iraqi dinar. Assuming a potential exchange rate is in effect, imagine approaching the bank with a certain quantity of dinar notes, let's say a total of X dinar. The teller runs them through the verification machine, which confirms every single note is authentic. The current official rate indicates that 1 Iraqi dinar is equivalent to a specific dollar value. Let's use a hypothetical 5 cents for the sake of illustration. The bank system calculates that your X dinar is now valued at Y US dollars. At this clear juncture, the decision rests entirely with you. You can authorize the bank to immediately credit Y dollars to your bank account, or you can decide to retain your dinar and walk away. This demonstration underscores how standardized, secure, and easily manageable the transaction becomes once the prerequisite steps of free-floating status and bank acceptance are in place. The timing of these potential developments is what is currently driving significant attention, with reports circulating that the capability for U.S. banks to begin accepting the IQD and VND for exchange could be imminent. Should this come to pass, it would signify a monumental turning point for the countless currency holders who have patiently waited for a legitimate, official exchange mechanism to emerge over a period of many years. While it is paramount to understand that any specific timeline remains unguaranteed and subject to various market and governmental factors, the critical importance of being fully prepared and informed cannot be overstated. Knowledge of the established professional process provides a distinct advantage. In times of major financial change, it is often a lack of clarity that leads to hasty decisions or panic. However, those who have taken the time to understand the operational procedures are poised to act confidently, deliberately and with full information. One of the most common and important concerns for holders anticipating an exchange is the matter of taxation. It is essential to understand that any profit realized from a currency exchange is generally treated by tax authorities as a capital gain, following the same regulatory framework applied to profits from other forms of investment, such as stocks or real estate. This means that taxes may be applicable on the difference between the original cost you paid for the dinar or dong and the total US dollar amount you receive upon exchange. Because individual financial situations vary widely, consulting a qualified tax professional is not merely recommended, it is a critical step to ensure you fully comprehend your specific obligations and the potential tax implications of your transaction. While tax requirements are an unavoidable part of managing financial gains, they should be viewed as a standard, predictable component of the process, not a barrier to participation in a legitimate exchange. Another practical consideration that holders of significant currency quantities must be mindful of involves the operational limits imposed by banks. It is a standard practice for many financial institutions to enforce daily transaction limits, particularly when dealing with large monetary values where the incoming or outgoing, if your holdings of Iraqi Dinar or Vietnamese Dong are substantial, the bank may require you to perform the full exchange over several consecutive days, or they may direct you to their private banking or wealth management division, which is better equipped to handle exceptionally large financial movements. This is a common security and compliance procedure, implemented to ensure the proper, secure handling and reporting of major transactions, and should not be viewed as a cause for alarm. Being proactively aware of these potential bank limits allows holders to strategically plan their exchange schedule, thus avoiding unexpected procedural delays or complications at the teller's window. Crucially, the exchange process is designed to grant the holder absolute control over the amount they wish to convert at any given time. There is no compulsion to exchange all of your foreign currency holdings in a single transaction. You maintain the strategic freedom to convert only a portion of your dinar or dong now, while choosing to retain the remainder for a later date. This flexibility is invaluable, allowing you to manage your capital according to your individual financial timeline and long-term strategy. Some holders may decide to proceed immediately to gain access to US dollars for immediate needs, while others may opt to wait, anticipating or hoping for a potential movement in the exchange rate. Banks are fully prepared to accommodate these varying personal preferences, as the entire framework is built to align with the unique financial goals and decisions of the individual client. A thorough understanding of the proper, legitimate exchange process serves as your best defense against pervasive scams. The history of speculation around these currencies has unfortunately fostered an environment where fraudulent schemes abound, often targeting holders with enticing but false promises of special or exclusive exchange rates, frequently tied to a demand for upfront fees or the use of dubious intermediaries. It is a critical truth that all legitimate currency exchanges occur directly at recognized, regulated financial institutions, and they are always conducted at verifiable, official rates. If you encounter any individual or entity requesting payment or promising returns that seem too extraordinary to be true, it is an unequivocal red flag and likely a scam attempt. Remaining fully informed about the authentic bank procedures allows you to easily recognize and safely steer clear of fraudsters who seek to exploit the inexperience or excitement of currency holders. To be truly and fully prepared for the potential commencement of exchanges, there are a few proactive steps you can take today. Begin by meticulously counting and recording the exact total of your currency holdings, ensuring your written records are accurate and secure. Next, it is wise to identify the specific branches of your local bank that are most accessible, noting their regular operating hours. Having this vital information immediately at hand will enable you to act swiftly and efficiently should the news break suddenly. Furthermore, ensure your current, valid identification documents are readily available, as banks are legally required to verify the identity of any individual conducting a significant financial transaction. Taking these organizational steps now will transform a potentially stressful, hurried event into a smooth, orderly, and confidence-inspiring transaction. When the opportunity to exchange your currency finally materializes, it is highly advisable to approach the bank with a predetermined financial plan. Spend time contemplating your objectives for the exchanged funds. Will the US dollars be designated for long-term savings, a specific investment, or perhaps for major purchases? Having a clear and rationale-based plan in place before you arrive at the bank will significantly reduce the chances of making spontaneous or emotionally driven decisions influenced by the excitement of the moment. This advanced financial planning ensures that your immediate actions are perfectly aligned with your broader, long-term financial stability and future goals, giving you a powerful sense of control over your destiny. Building a proactive relationship with your primary bank can also be highly beneficial. Consider making an initial inquiry to your branch or relationship manager, letting them know that you hold a quantity of Iraqi Dinar or Vietnamese Dong and inquiring about their institutional policy for foreign currency exchange. This forward-thinking approach ensures you won't be starting from a position of zero knowledge if the exchange process begins unexpectedly. Banks generally appreciate clients who are well-prepared and professional, and establishing this line of communication ahead of time can significantly expedite the transaction process and ensure maximum efficiency. Being proactive not only grants you peace of mind, but also demonstrates your commitment to handling this financial process with responsibility and diligence, even in the event that the anticipated exchanges do not commence tomorrow, or even in the near future. The foundational knowledge you have acquired today retains immense value. Currency markets are inherently dynamic and often unpredictable, meaning that a guaranteed timeline is an impossibility. However, maintaining your state of readiness and knowledge ensures that when the opportune moment does finally arrive, you are fully equipped to take confident and deliberate action. While many others may be prone to panic or confusion when news of a change breaks, the informed individual can seize the opportunity without the paralysis of stress or uncertainty. Remaining calm, prepared, and focused is the singular most important element for successfully navigating any major currency exchange event. In summary of this pivotal potential event, the key takeaways are clear and straightforward. Always ensure your currency is legitimate. Conduct the exchange exclusively at a recognized bank. Insist on the verification of your notes. Utilize the current official exchange rate to calculate the US dollar value, and retain complete control over the final decision to deposit or hold your funds. You're in charge of this process. Your informed choices will be respected. Your core defenses against fraudulent activity are knowledge and preparation. Understanding the professional procedures ensures you capitalize on opportunities while entirely bypassing common pitfalls. This is the latest breaking news update on the potential for Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong exchanges at US banks. We encourage all of you to remain fully informed and thoroughly prepared. Remember always that knowledge is your most potent financial asset. If you found this detailed information valuable, please do us a favor, hit the like button on this video. Share it widely with your fellow currency holders, and engage with us by leaving your questions in the comment section below. We are committed to monitoring every comment and providing guidance wherever we possibly can. As we close out, never forget this essential principle: legitimate exchanges are the exclusive domain of real banks, and your preparation today has the power to make an extraordinary difference tomorrow. Stay tuned here at Dinar Daily for all ongoing updates and critical developments as this story continues to unfold.